Just ask him to step over here out of the way. Hey.
Well, we're going to have a discussion about a law.
I'm looking at the law right here, and it says, used in this section, all that above about Arkansas state property, used in this section, facilities does not mean a municipally owned and maintained park. 573-122 says does not use in this section, facility does not mean a municipality owned, maintained park, football field, baseball field, soccer field, or other similar municipally owned or maintained recreational structure or property. See that right there where I was looking at?
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, they're looking at the unamended statute before the Watts. Was it Watts? Watts versus Arkansas.
Okay. Well, let me look at what you're reading. I'm just telling you. They called me.
I understand.
And I'm just going to read what you got to.
Awful funny. I've been doing this for years, and all of a sudden, right before this election, they're on there.
I don't know. They said they got a complaint, and they called the prosecutor.
573-122. You ask any of these fine people, I never touched my phone.
I don't doubt that at all. I'm just here because they called.
You can look it up. I'm looking under Justia, fine laws, another one. It's right there in black and white. That was added after the Arkansas House and Senate both sent resolutions said we are a constitutional open carry state.
Yes, open carry, yes. Which was what, a year or two ago?
No. The Watts decision was 18, and I believe the House resolution was in 19.
Okay.
And Arkansas has state supremacy. So in that area, so like a city can't require you to be 21 to purchase a long gun if the state standard is 18.
Yeah.
Because Arkansas has state supremacy. You mind if I get a drink?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're fine. We're not.
Okay.
We're just trying to kind of peacefully resolve this too. And I kind of had the same questions, but then they sent me a statute and said they talked to the prosecutor. So that's where I was at.
Years and years. And all the language about, what was it, Act 746, where it was talked about it was unlawful to carry a weapon if you had the intent to do harm to others.
Yeah,
I got 20 witnesses here say I've never had any intent to do anybody any harm.
I don't believe you do anybody any harm either. I'm just here because we received a complaint, and then they sent me a statute, and that's why I'm following it. No, I don't believe you have any intent to do anybody any harm either. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, it's Jamie Taft. I'm sorry, Jamie Taft versus the state of Arkansas. And that
is that still under the same statute, or is that?
That's the Arkansas Court of Appeals case that made us a constitutional carry state by case law, and the House passed a resolution reinforcing it. But basically, that mirrors DeBerry v.U.S. No, it was DeBerry versus Delaware, I believe, where it said a firearm where lawfully carried cannot be the only reason for a detainment or stop. So if it's lawful in the state of Arkansas to open and carry a firearm, you have to have some other reason to stop someone, detain them, other than the firearm. The mere presence of the firearm cannot be the only reason to stop.
Yeah, because they're not violating the law.
Right. When I hadn't been branched it, I never threatened to use it.
The only reason I'm here is because they sent me that statute and said it was against us. So that's why I'm trying to read up.
I'm just putting the foundation down. So if who's the city attorney anyway?
I'm gonna assume it was Brazel because that's who they said they called.
he probably needs a little bit of catching up to do. Now, a lot of that language of all those, just because they're still in the books doesn't mean they're any good. There's a lot of laws that never got taken off the books. Act 746 is still in the books. You can look it up, and it's null and void. What was that? You remember what the Attorney General's name was before Rutledge? No, before Hutchinson.
No, I sure don't.
And she said, well, I think this doesn't authorize open carry. And then Rutledge came in, no, it was Hutchinson came in and said, I believe it does, because basically it said, if you're carrying a weapon with the intent to do someone harm, that's illegal, because your intent is to do harm.
Yeah, I understand that.
Right, if you're just carrying it for whatever. And I've got four of my adopted kids here. Carry into the courthouse. Nobody says a word. I carry in a public park. I got complaints. It's because of the election. They're trying to find anything they can.
Now I'm just asking this because this is mentioning concealed carry. Do you have a concealed carry license?
That has nothing to do with the.
I'm just reading what it says here.
The only time a concealed carry permit holder is required by Arkansas statute to identify as a concealed carry holder is if they're concealed carrying a weapon.
Well, I just thought I'd ask because it's what I'm reading right here. It's talking about if the person has a concealed carry.
So all that's been superseded. A lot of that language has been superseded because you don't have to have a concealed carry. The only thing a concealed carry license is good for anymore is state reciprocity, and if you want to go in and buy a firearm in the state of Arkansas, you can go to.
It's a lot faster.
And yeah, you just have to. They write down. You don't have to wait on because you've already been through all the background checks. Oh yeah, also background checks. That's even more stringent. They want to push it. I'll be happy to have an 8th Circuit decision with my name on it. I always thought it was going to be over something else besides that. So their complaint was somebody saw a firearm. Somebody saw a firearm.
They saw somebody
That's
walking
what
around
Larry.
opening carry.
That's what Larry told me. He said they saw a firearm. So, sorry, you guys are in violation.
I know. I'm not saying that I disagree with you having a firearm by any means. I'm just trying to make sure everything's good.
And Arkansas does hold state supremacy over their firearm laws. Municipality, city, town, township, county cannot make illegal what Arkansas, the Court of Appeals and the legislature have made legal. And I don't engage. If I see someone crinkle their nose up at me when they look, because I see them all the time, they go, I don't engage with them. I don't look at them. I don't laugh at them. I don't do anything. I just go on about my business. That's because what they're reading is from old.
It's got to be old.
It's old. That is new.
Okay,
Because that wasn't in the law before.
Well, that's what I was fixing to say. On theirs it says the facility includes. This says
It
facility does not mean.
Because this is post-Watts.
Okay.
The legislature.
I'm gonna go have a chat with them on the phone then, because what they sent me, and then I'm looking up the exact same statute.
I'm not
And
going anywhere.
Okay. We'll be right back. I'm gonna call them.
Watts versus Arkansas.
I'm gonna call them and explain.
I believe the House resolution was 1023, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
I had it looked up, but I closed it up.
Well, I'm gonna call them back and explain to them what Just E shows for the
Well,
updated.
I tried to explain it to Larry on the phone, and he didn't want to hear it.
I'm gonna talk to them.
They've made the decision. So
I hear that.
We're not.
You still at Tyson?
Yeah. I've been in the parts room for a few years. I had a couple of heart attacks a couple of years ago, and I wasn't able to keep up with maintenance anymore. So.
Yeah, I worked maintenance there for about a year before I came with the city. You got a grandson playing?
No, one of my adopted kids.
Where at?
He's 11. Isn't he 11, baby? Number 11. Elijah. Did they put him out on the field? I don't know. My attention's been kind of. Is that Elijah over there? Is he in the? They got him out of rotation.
I got a nephew playing on the other team.
Oh. I could see us get hot then.
Looks like they're keeping up with each other so far.
We're guests, so we're a little bit ahead.
Back when I was their age playing, we had to have masks on our helmets and everything else. You couldn't go open helmet. But that was a long time ago too.
With the, see, I don't think he's supposed to have that helmet on. I think they're supposed to have the helmet with the little extension
chin
on
guard.
The front. Well, it's an extension on the front.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're supposed to have.
A good hit.
Yeah, they've been doing pretty good. I thought Larry was calling because somebody put one of my signs in the right of way somewhere.
Oh.
Because he just called me out of the blue. And he started talking about that. I was like, I'm afraid I'm going to have to respectfully decline your request, sir. Pretty sure I'm on solid legal foundation.
It's a leopard frog. It's okay.
You ready, Fiona? Okay, talk to her, send her that statute. So what the city attorney sent us is as in the chief, Amy. Amy
Okay.
Marion, you know Amy?
Yeah.
Okay, called her, explained to her the new law, which we're reading on Justia, is different from what the city attorney sent, which is from Municipal League. And she said that he must have not sent the updated thing. And I explained to her, I said it says the exact opposite of what yours says. So she's going to send that back to city attorney and discuss it with him. But as of right now, don't worry about it. They may call you and, talk to you about what the case law is and all that. But as far as you being in any violation, you're not right now, according to what I read.
99.5% sure that I am on a very solid legal foundation. I'm just
I agree with you right now.
nice,
Yeah,
right?
I agree with you right now. From what I read on the updated law.
And even if it says that, that hadn't been passed since the day.
So that's what she said. Is she said that's what the attorney sent us, and I'm assuming he sent something old and doesn't have the updated, which you would think he would. But what I'm telling you is I wouldn't worry with it. We're gonna get out of your hair, but they may call you and have some questions about what case law it was. I told her the case law and everything. But as far as what I read, you're not in violation of anything, so we're not going to be here anymore.
Well, I appreciate it.
And I apologize for coming out. But like I say, we got a call and they sent me that. And
I have no problem with you guys doing your due diligence, showing up, doing what you're told to do, as long as we don't go beyond our legal boundaries.
Well, and that's why I sit there and read everything, because I'm not fixing to go off of, if you're telling me this, I'm going to look into it before I go, hey, well, we're fixing to take it. No, I want to make sure I'm holding up the law, because that's my job. So,
if y'all trotted down here with gloves on and started
well,
pulling me down to the ground, we'd probably have some problems.
Well, that's not how we do things.
No,
not at all.
No,
but I do appreciate your cooperation too. So we can get this figured out.
You see it happen.
Oh, I know. I see it on TikTok and YouTube all the time.
You never know when it's going to happen.
And that's ignorance right there. Is what that is. All right, man. Well, hey, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Robert?
I'm sorry to bother you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, DJ, man. Be careful, all right?
Yep.
Y'all have a good day.
See you.